I'm getting spirit of the grandmother. This could be a message from somebody's ancestors, maybe somebody's grandmother. We all had a grandmother, and we've had grandmothers successively for the entirety of our history, right? So I get that this message is coming from specifically your line of grandmother ancestors. So if you search grandmother spiritual meaning, it says the grandmother is a symbol of material and spiritual support, human warmth, good luck, success in business. So that's a little bit of what your ancestral line of grandmothers represents. Let's see what the message is specifically. The first one is awareness. So I get that this spirit, this line of spirits, it could be all your grandmothers. It could be one grandmother, the one that you knew in this life. Wants you to be aware of her presence. She wants you to know that she is orchestrating something. See this? This is so beautiful. This is like, well, this is like a fossil. I can't remember what these are called, but it's like the wheel of life. Like, look at that. And there's a baby in the middle. Holy mackerel. You know what? Some of you may be pregnant and are bringing into your ancestral line someone else who's going to be a grandmother. So this could be a girl baby, an eventual grandmother. And rather than this being about one specific grandmother who's like coming back, I think really it's about all of them. You know, they're all coming back in this one child to be a grandmother in your line again. And every time we have one grandmother, she's every grandmother. You know, it's represented. The whole genetic line is represented in every single one, every successive one. Forward movement. Yeah. And look, here's a girl. Here's a little girl. Yeah, your grandmother spirit is coming in the form of a new life, a new girl who will eventually move forward the genetic line and eventually be a grandmother. Control. Here's another girl, woman. I don't get that this is the grandmother. I don't know who this is. But she's like a part of this bird. She's soaring along with this bird, like she's being carried sort of on the wings, or she's part of the bird. There's a lot of incoming spirit here. Control. And this is very much, you know, fate and destiny. This is very much about sort of the Matrix and the storylines involved in the Matrix. This is weaving a tale. The story of somebody's genetic line, basically. Triggers. Look at this. So, here's a little girl. Here's a woman. And here's an older woman. Here's an even older woman. Look at that, there's a baby. This is literally her throughout her entire life. This is speaking of this baby, this girl baby, who is coming to continue the line of grandmothers. I mean, this is a pretty deep message, you guys. Like, but she has to be born, doesn't she? You know? She has to be born. She has to grow up and become this grandmother. So first she has to be somebody's baby. I don't know why this message is coming through other than to basically herald her arrival, essentially. Maybe that is the message. Maybe that is the point, you know. But what is it that she's specifically going to do besides be a grandmother that is important, you know? She definitely has a very important role. She's definitely got a very specific soul urge, right? Like, she's got a very specific destiny. Like, she's coming here to be this. She's not even coming here to be this. This is, like I would say a 50-year-old. This is like a 70 or 80-year-old. Like, she's coming here to be the 70 or 80-year-old, the legit grandmother. Like, this is the most important part of her life to her. Like, this is who she identifies as the grandmother. I don't know. It's just interesting because I guess I've never really thought about anybody wanting to come here and embody just to be a grandmother specifically, you know, although I have heard about women who their favorite time in life was their grandmother years, where they got to see all their grandchildren growing and all that kind of stuff. You know, they got to meet all their grandchildren, got to see them grow, and that was like their favorite time in life. And so this is that kind of person. This is that kind of woman who, yeah, she does great things along the journey, but to her, the ultimate payoff and the culmination is her grandmother years. So I think this is about letting you know that she's coming. This is probably going to be a very mature person from, like, the get-go. Like, she's probably going to be a classic, sort of timeless archetype. She's definitely going to be serious. She's definitely going to be serious. She's probably going to be pretty demanding in her own way, like, to have her own way, because she carries the grandmother spirit, like, so she knows what's best, even if she's like 4 or something, you know what I mean? Like, she knows what she wants, you know, even at a super young age. And to the parent, it'll probably be like, well, what are you talking about? You're 4, you know what I mean? But to her, it, like, totally makes sense, you know what I mean? So you got to keep in mind, whoever this is, that this is their spirit and this is their goal, and honor them for that and see that future for them, because that's why they're here. That's why they embodied. That's why they've come here to play this earth game, is to be the grandmother.